All right. This is, well, this is from a comment from LB. And he asked us about external validation. And boy, this led us down quite a rabbit hole of exploring, the definitions of internal and external validation or motivation. I think the longer we looked at this, the more we saw that those lines everybody's drawing aren't as clear as Google would like us to believe.
We went like around and around in circles. Okay, but if this, but then that. Oh, but then that brings us around to that. And how I felt at least like, seriously. And I think what we decided was that just external, internal, toss it over your shoulder with grains of salt.
Right, because we could not find a really clear line. Superficially,
oh yeah,
it sounds simple. External motivation, it's
give me a candy bar.
internal motivation is coming from, but as I start to look, is that internal motivation often kind of externally motivated, and it got blurrier.
There's a lot of overlapping, and it was a little bit like trying to draw a line of where your hand ends and your wrist begins, and you can start to put that line pretty much anywhere. It's like so difficult to make a defined line, which that's kind of the way the world is usually.
So when he asked us this question, he was referencing the tendency, especially on YouTube here, like we're making videos, right?
Right.
And so that external motivation, if you will, or external validation, that quest for it, can really creep in. So maybe I'm doing these videos to help other people, but maybe I'm doing these videos just to get the kudos and to have more likes. There's that dopamine hit as we get more likes and more people responding.
Yeah.
And I found myself saying, well, gosh, it actually does feel really good to me when people write in and say these videos have changed their life. So obviously I have some external motivation there of feeling good from this contact with others. There's, okay, so in self-evolution type of circles, which we probably all qualify as being in that.
That's you if you're watching this.
Circle. we can really start to demonize that external motivation and think it's very important that I'm only internally motivated, that I am not getting any feelings, good feelings from other people saying, wow, that was amazing, or that really inspired me, or whoa, I wish I could do that.
Well, what's wrong with that though? Because here, if it's coming from the right place, and that's kind of where we eventually distilled it to, then why shouldn't we all be the best selves that we can be? Why should we, to use something that's overused, why should we hide our own lights? Why can't we let our lights shine and just share? Like, that person's shining. Okay, hey, you are awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I've been working really hard to try to be able to do yoga 3 times a week, and I am, and I feel so much, more whatever, balance, clarity, flexibility, whatever. And then this person's shiny, and why can't we all be shiny and all be happy for each other and support each other's shininess? Sorry, I got on a little rant there. I feel like everybody should be able to shine and appreciate other people's shininess.
So we found that quote. It's often attributed to Nelson Mandela, our deepest fear. And it's actually Marianne Williamson. And this is just a part of it. She says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. And that, I think, is what you're saying here, is that I can shine my light out and say, wow, look at this amazing thing I can do. And I can do that in kind of 2 ways. I can do that in a very show-offy way that is really motivated by trying to make myself feel bigger than those around me,
Right.
to make others feel inadequate. Check me out. I'm so...
I can go nearly naked in the woods all night long.
What can you do? Sit on your couch. When I'm acting out of that, first of all, it feels crappy inside of me. It doesn't feel good. So internally, it's not doing anything good inside of me, and it's not doing anything good in the world, because it's going out with that energy, if you will, of putting other people down. But what if I can shine my light in such a way that I'm saying, look at my light shine, look at this thing I can do. You, if you're interested, can do this too. I want to bring you up to where I am, and actually, if I can, then I want to push you up higher than where I am. I want to see you blossom and excel. This is where there's a sneaky thing in our culture that I think most of us would probably agree, that our culture really encourages us to be inadequate, to act inadequate, to not be anything special. And we look at those that are excelling, and we look at them often with jealousy. We look at them with envy and with disdain and scorn.
Yeah, I think sometimes we take a lot of our time and send negative energy and negative thoughts to the people that we believe are better than us somehow, or have it better, or whatever. That isn't serving us or them, however.
Right. And you know, we're not conspiracy theorists, but it would be a well-built machine that would keep us all just feeling like, oh, I really don't want to excel at anything. I don't want to
be dim, right?
Yeah, just be as low as you can. And then the idea becomes, let's all kind of pull each other down to this level. So what if we can do what you said, and we can shine our light and then encourage each other to come up into more light, into more expression?
That would be incredible. And I think that sometimes we have to be brave. If you feel like you want to do that, okay, I have always, not always, but for much of my life I was a very shy person, and I was, I'm a recovering perfectionist, and so everything I did had to be perfect. The first time, even if I didn't know how to do it, I had to do it perfect, and it had to be awesome. And most of the time, I didn't even try stuff, because I was afraid. I was afraid that I would be awful. I was afraid that other people would think that I was stupid or whatever else. I'm here to tell you, let it go. If you want to shine your light and there's something you want to do or you want to try, and you just have this inkling that it's going to make you happy, or it's going to be a boon and a blessing to the world, then you might have to be a hero or heroine and do it anyway, even if you're scared, even if there isn't someone there that's cheering you on. Forge the way for yourself and for other people, right? And shine on, even if it's scary.
So this is a core message of this channel, is that you are amazing, that you have gifts for the world, that there is something inside of you probably that's been wanting to come out, that our culture in its ways will find some way to not allow out, through debt, through jobs, through anything it can figure out, to make sure that you stay kind of down here and you don't shine. But we believe in you.
You are shiny and sparkly and playful and mischievous. And I say mischievous because that means you can say, sorry, culture, I'm not going to follow your rules.
I think what I hear in your voice that's really important is not taking things so seriously. Starting to look at ourselves, be able to laugh at ourselves. And that is an entrance in to really being able to express ourselves more, to come out of that shell. Shine your light on this world. All of you, you beautiful, beautiful creatures, shine your light on this world.
And if you see other people who are shiny and you know it's genuine, you can see it in kids. You can tell. And you can see it in other people too when it's really true. Then go up and say, Wow, I just had to say, you are so shiny, and it really is inspiring to me, because that's how we can feed each other, and that's how slowly the whole world will just be bright as day.
Let's change this world together, my friends. Love to all of you beautiful, shiny creatures.